We're finally putting in some good coilovers on the 350Z Nismo, and I could not be more excited. Of course, we're going with the King's BC Racing coilovers. These things are absolutely insane with 30-way dampening adjustment up top, and frankly, it's just gonna be a good daily track use coilover. I could not be more excited for this install. Let's hop right into it for the step-by-step instructions by yours truly. All right, everybody, so pretty much all of this comes kind of pre-loaded from BC. It says it in this nice little handy manual that they give you, and it's really nice to kind of have that peace of mind. Basically what I'm going to do is just tighten everything down, make sure that we're good to go, and kind of start getting ready to loosen some bolts and get everything tightened up and ready to go. All right, guys, so hopping in, we're going to start with the front coilover first, which means you need a 17mm spanner and then also a 17mm socket as well to get the bottom bolt off, and then we're going to pop the hood and get the top nuts off as well. Alright guys, so if you have a normal 350Z, you won't have all of this bracing that you see. This is very Nismo specific, and so we've got to take off this strut bar here along with this H bar, and what you're going to need to do that is a 14 and a 12mm socket, and you're just going to go to town. So let's get it done. Alright guys, so now that we have the H-bar and the strut tower bar completely off the 350Z Nismo, we're going to go after these top hat bolts right here, and so let's bring it on over and I'll show you guys how to do that. So you're going to want to take these 3 nuts off here, and you need a 13mm socket for this, and just kind of go easy. Oh, need a deep socket, hold on. And guys, one thing I forgot to mention is make sure that all the lines that are attached to this front coilover are completely off before you start trying to rip it out of the car, because then you're just gonna have a brake problem, and that's just not fun. So make sure your lines are disconnected before you start digging at it, okay? Alright, so like I said, we are learning as we go here. We have to make the suspension droop a little bit because the coilover is completely not doing anything. But in order to do that, we need to take off that 14mm there, that 14mm there, and then also we're going to take off this 17mm right there. So, like I said, let's get to work. Okay. Ready? Ha! We got it! God, that was a pain in the holy Alright guys, so now we have to readjust the height of the front BC Racing coilover to the front whatever brand coilover that this is. I still have no idea what brand coilover this is. There's no markings on it anywhere. So if you guys know, let me know down in the comment section. So yeah, what we got to do is we got to line up the backs here. And I kind of like the height all around, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of just keep the height where it was. Yeah. Alright guys, in with the new coilover. Hopefully. Alright guys, so the front right coilover is finally in and it looks great. It's functioning well, and once I got everything figured out, it was pretty easy. But let me give you guys some tips about putting this back in and taking it out, because I learned some stuff that really, I took some steps that really weren't necessary, and it made the install or the reinstall a lot harder. So let me show you what I did. What's up guys, this is Chase from the future. I'm editing this video right now and I forgot to tell you what the tips and tricks that I was going to tell you in the last clip. So basically the tips and tricks are basically to always do the top hat bolt. So that way that coilover is snugged up in there and it's not going to go anywhere, and you can kind of just move it around how you want and it's secure. Next, you're going to want to do the lower control arms. You're going to want to get the jack up underneath there and jack it up so that way the coilover fork bolt on the bottom can slide through easily and you're not trying to having to muscle that up and try to get a bolt through. Use the tools you have, be smart about it. It's not as hard as it seems. The first one took me a few hours to do because I really didn't know what I was doing and I kind of wanted to look at it and figure it out for myself instead of just watching a video. So I learned a lot and I hope you guys are too. Let's get back into the video. All right, everybody, so we are almost done. We are on the last coilover. The passenger side rear coilover is almost in. We just have to undo everything and pull the old one out, put the new one in, and we're good to go. I did the driver side rear just so I could kind of know what I was getting into. The front's all tied up, good to go. The front, I just need to do the dampening adjustments, which I will walk you guys through here in a little bit. So I'm gonna kind of put you guys on the tripod, get to work, because it is getting late, and it's White Claw time, so let's get into it. Alright everybody, so the brand new BC Racing coilovers are about to go in. We've gotten all of the old gross coilovers out of the car, and so now it's time to install the brand new ones. But first we have to do some height adjustments. In the rear we're going 18.5 inches from plate to bolt basically, and so I'll show you what that means in my head. So we are going 18 inches from here to the bolt hole right here. So 18.5 inches, and then we're also going to go 18 clicks on the dampening adjustment, which is just north of soft, just north of right in the middle. So it's a 30-way adjustable instead of at 15 where we're kind of 50-50. We go a little bit more stiff, and we'll see how it is. If it's a little too stiff, we can just plop these guys out and adjust it. So that's what we're gonna do. All right guys, so as you can see here, we've got the dampening adjustments on the coilover right here. One way is hard, the other way is soft. 15 clicks in the middle. 15 clicks gets us right into the middle. We are all the way over to soft. I wanna go to 18, that's kind of like a happy, you know, not super aggressive, but not super soft, and also not right in the middle. And so we're gonna go 18 clicks. All right, so 18 clicks, and yeah, let's throw the coilover in. All right, everybody, so all the coilovers are in. We're gonna go around and I'm gonna check all of the spanners with the coilover wrenches, make sure everything is tight and good to go. Then we're gonna put the wheels back on, we're gonna lower the car down and see where she sits. Oh, look at this rear fitment. Now, it's not perfect because we're gonna get a Meteor tire set up on here, but oh, it looks good. Okay, so truthfully, we may need to raise the fronts a little bit. Because like I said earlier, we're trying to go for like functional, very like aggressive, meaty fitment. And this is kind of like weak stance boy fitment. Which is fine and it looks okay, but like, it's not quite what we're looking for. So I think we raised it an inch in the front, and we put a bigger spacer up front, push the wheel out, then we'll be set. All right, everybody, let's try this again. We're gonna test out the new coilovers. They have sunk a lot in the rear already, so we definitely are gonna have to raise it up all around. So far, so good. As long as we're not rubbing, that's all I care about. But she looks good, guys. She looks real good. She's low. She's really low. So far, feels really good. I understand why people buy BC coilovers. I mean, these things ride excellent. They feel really good. Oh man, and my old ones were super stiff, and so they didn't really absorb much of the road at all. It was all straight into the car. This feels, so we're lower right now than we were on the other coilovers, and it feels like a better ride. All right, so we're pretty low compared to what we used to be, and so let's just, oh, we're scraping. Oh, we're scraping. We gotta raise this car. Oh, but it's gonna look so good. Oh, it's gonna look so good. Oh, it's gonna, oh, we're scraping. Oh, we're scraping. Oh, we gotta raise this car. Oh no, it's scraping so bad. All right, guys, so the coilover install is done. We rub a little bit. We also need to roll these fenders and kind of tuck them a little bit because we're low. And so if I'm gonna be running meaty fitment, I need to raise the car up maybe about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch and all around, and space the wheels out with some spacers, get some big meaty tires, and then the car is good to go and ready for the track. And so a few more videos of suspension stuff, and then we should be good to go. But overall, coilover install easy and done. And we're gonna sell these other coilovers and get some money for the build, and that's gonna be good. So thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out, have an awesome day, and don't forget, hit the subscribe button down below, smash that like button 2021 style. Peace out, guys, have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.